Hey YouTube, this is OBX Hatman here. Alright, so I did a test on the Radar 13.5 center hatch. I have a link to that in the description below. And yeah, you can see how bad it failed. I took the hatch apart and found out there was actually no gasket or any kind of sealing material between the hatch and the kayak itself. So what I did was I took this hatch completely apart. You take these screws out. There's a rubber coated brass nut on the back side, which is very difficult to actually tighten. And you take that off, and then you take the screw out, and this whole piece just comes out. It's just an insert, that's all it is. So I got thinking about what I could do to fix the leaks, and I come up with the use of 100% silicone. Why do I use silicone? Well, main reason is because it's malleable, and it doesn't stick well to any plastics that are used for kayaks that well at all. And I really like that feature because I wanted just a gasket. I didn't want something that would actually marry these two together to where you could not get them apart that easily. And so the silicone worked out just great for that. So I put a pretty thick bead of silicone all the way around this edge, and then when I put it back together, I just put this edge down toward the silicone, spread out between this hatch and the kayak, and let it set overnight. And I put the screws back, but I didn't put them back tight. I just put them back to where they barely connected, and squeezed out the silicone just a tiny bit, compressed it a little bit. So then I left it for 24 hours after that. Then I went back and I actually bought some locking stainless nylon nuts and washers for the backside that would fit the same thread pattern as the screws or bolts that they use on the top side, and I'll see if I can get a shot of those. So that's what I use right there, and it allows me to get a much tighter fit to the hull with the hatch. So after I installed all those nuts and tightened them down fully, I didn't tighten them down to where they were crazy tight, but I just put about a half a turn to maybe a full turn further than what I had done previously the day before. That way the gasket material that was made by the silicone curing would actually compress just a little bit further and seal it in better. So now I'm going to test it for water to see if any water comes through when I dump it on top of it. So let me go ahead and set it up, and we'll see how that goes. As you can tell, no water came through at all, which is great. So I'm back in business. Alright, and I will say this, I did send the video of the leaky version of this to Wilderness Systems, and they were actually very happy to oblige by sending me another hatch along with a tube of the sealant that they use for their hatches, which I assume is probably going to be 100% silicone. And they were nice enough to send that, so I'll have a spare if something should break. They were very apologetic, so all I can say about the company is, hey, you know, they're trying to look out for their customers. So you know, I'm very pleased with the outcome of this, and we'll see you again next time. OBX Hatman out.